To all the non-believers.
How did that?
To all the non-believers. Especially you, Tom Jackson. Way to have our back, Keyshawn. Anybody can be beat.
So how did that just feel?
Feel great. Poetic justice. We know we were a much better team than we came up and represented ourselves. And we're pissed off. We was ready to come back and show what type of defense, what type of team this was, what kind of character we had. We take a lot of slack. People gave us no chance, like we barely made it in playoffs. We're a good football team.
It looks like this team played with anger all day. Why, Bart?
For all you non-believers, disrespect us, talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league. All we hear is about their defense. They can't stop a nosebleed. 25th in the league, and we the one to get disrespected.
Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh.
Can't wait.
Back to you.
It's been a little over 24 hours since the shocking death of Kobe Bean Bryant, 20-year NBA pro, multiple-time All-Star, multiple-time All-NBA, friend, father, brother, son, uncle, a global ambassador to the game, businessman, entrepreneur, and from what we can tell, or from my vantage point, a very caring individual, you know, and cared about a lot of people, you know. Kobe died a warm, heartful man, you know, and that happened over amount of time because, you know, first of all, Kobe Bryant, oh man, this is not going to be easy, so I'm just going to go and just do it, you know. It took me a minute to even post about it because it was just so hard to swallow because, you know, let me just do this as, you know, as relaxed and unrobotic as possible and just do this with you guys. I found out in the 3 o'clock, in the 2 o'clock hour, the end of, you know, almost 3 o'clock, my friend told me, you know, our social media, Sundays, I really don't mess with it, especially after football season, forget about it. And this is that bye week, so I was chilling, and I got the news. I was stunned, like everyone else. But the first thing I said to myself was like, wow, you know, but Kobe's living a full life. Even at the young age of 41, he's done it all. At least I said to myself, he got his daughter, she played ball, she gonna hold it down. And then I actually text my friend that, yo, his daughter, you know, and she's like, yeah, Gigi going too, W. I was like, what? Like, you know, like, damn, like, horrible way, you know, to go, you know, and that young lady and her teammates, all those girls that died on that plane, their parents, baseball coach John Altobelli and his wife and their kids, and all of those people on that plane, it was 9 of them in total, to go down like that, and it was at least 20 seconds. They probably knew 15 seconds, they knew they were going to crash. You know, can you imagine that? As a human, as a father, as a parent, as a friend, as a brother, as a sister. Horrible, man. And we got to be better to each other. I always say that, you know, and you could feel the energy. You know, when I went out, you could feel the energy. You heard people talking about it. But if they weren't, they knew about it. You could see it in their eyes in my neighborhood, you know. It affected a lot of people. It is affecting a lot of people. Kobe Bryant came into the NBA. Like I said, he's 8 months or 10 months older than me. He came into the NBA in 1996. That was my junior year in high school. Kobe Bryant came out the NBA as everyone came out of high school to go to the NBA as everyone knows. He was the youngest player to ever play in the NBA in 1996. Drafted by Jerry West, the great Jerry West, the logo. He saw Kobe's workout. He's like, no, we need this guy. And they traded Vlade Divac, and the rest was history. To Charlotte. We around this time of the year of the year of 96. I started hearing about Kobe Bryant. You know, it was always Iverson and Marbury, you know, and Felipe Lopez before that. There was always these names, these mythical names, Garnett, Ronnie Fields. I can go down and on. And Kobe was one of those names. When his name popped, they were like, yo, this guy's the guy. You hear a lot of guys. There's a lot of other guys that didn't amount to anything, and their names were like that too. And you know, but Kobe from the beginning, he was anointed to be somebody. Ever since that 1998 All-Star Game showdown with Jordan, when he went head to head with Michael like it wasn't an exhibition. You knew how much of a fierce competitor this kid was. You know, he's a fierce competitor. All of the things that we can make fun of Kobe for not passing the ball and all that little funny stuff, you know, haha, you don't pass the ball, all that stuff. It comes from his fierceness as a competitor. And you know, if you weren't gonna do it, he's like, all right, I got to do it myself. I'll carry you guys. You know, and he always played every night. He never took a night off. If Kobe couldn't play, he couldn't play. From playing taking free throws with a torn Achilles to playing with torn up cartilage in his hands, playing in the finals. Kobe played, man. He loved to play. He loved to try to beat you, and that's what it was all about. You know, a lot of guys, a lot of his peers start to talk about how Kobe started showing them stuff towards the end of Kobe's career, because before almost the end of Kobe's career, Kobe wasn't going to show you nothing, because he didn't want you to take anything he showed you to come back and beat him with it. But you know, like I said, he evolved into a mentor, into a teacher, into a leader. Kobe wasn't the best leader in the beginning of his career, but later on, he said that even though through his ups and downs with Shaquille O'Neal loved Kobe Bryant to death. You can see that through his Instagram post. Kobe's kids are his nieces. Shaq's kids is his nephews and nieces, you know? And they called him Uncle Kobe. Kobe checked on people. Kobe, a lot of regular people knew Kobe. Kobe treated people good, and he loved the respect that he got, and he gave it back to the fans. Kobe wasn't a dickhead superstar, you know? When you look at Kobe, he always is compared to Michael. And when you look at Michael probably the greatest to ever do it, and you have this kid from Philadelphia, you know? And this kid was almost a mirror image of Mike, from his mannerisms to his competitive nature to the way, you know, he mannerism on the court to the way he talked and the kind of things he said and the kind of, you know what they were going to say when you ask them questions after a while. Because at the end of the day, it was about winning to these guys. But Kobe had a big, Kobe had a very human side to him, yo. He died with a full heart, you know, like he really started understanding people and caring about people. And not saying that he didn't before, but, you know, in his maturation, you could see his, you know, his genuineness. Because Kobe, a lot of Kobe's personal self, we didn't know. Kobe's a very private man. As much as generations idolize him, you know, like the generation, my dad's in his 70s, and he was hurt when the news came down, okay? My dad, before this happened a week ago, I was with him, and he was talking about how great Kobe is. He's talking about Kobe and Jeter. Those are his guys. He's like, Kobe, these guys, you know, he's come, you know, because Jeter was going to the Hall, and then we brought Kobe's name came into it, and, you know, he was giving them props, the 5-ring guys. You know, they both play for world-class organizations. They both finished their careers on a bang. You know, there's a lot of equivalence with those two, except for the fact Eric's still here. And we lost Kobe, man. Like I said, Kobe Bryant gave a lot back. You know, he was starting to become a businessman, and from what I can tell in the business world, he was becoming very savvy at that, and his competitive nature started making him one of the best at that. And you know, he's only 4, 5, 6, 7 years in to the business world. You know, Kobe was all about time. Kobe Bryant was about time, you know, and he said you don't have enough time to do everything. That's why he was always in a helicopter. You know, helicopter saved, you know, cut the time in half. And, you know, he can just get over that traffic and get to where he got to go, you know, and it worked for him. And unfortunately, there's reports are saying that there was no visibility that Sunday morning. And it ultimately took the Black Mamba from millions and millions of his fans worldwide. Global ambassador. Kobe Bryant, 41 years old, gone. Sad day, you know, and you know, like I said, man, his daughter, man, she was robbed. I mean, I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason and stuff, and I can't find this reason right now, and you know, but you would think, you know, for you to go out, her to go out with her dad like that, it's so tough, man. You can imagine what Vanessa Bryant and the family's going through, and all of their friends, you know, it's tough because the fans are hurt, and they didn't know of Kobe, so, and then I'm not saying anybody, you know, that's. For anyone to say, oh, you don't know him, you shouldn't say that. I mean, you don't know him. Why are you going crazy over someone you didn't know? You crying, you know? I didn't, you know, people crying for Kobe. I could dig it, man. Kobe was a role model. You watch this guy your whole life. Or me, in my case, more than half my life. My adult life and some of my teen years, Kobe Bryant was out here. You know? It almost seemed like he was invincible. But, you know, He proved to us, and God proves that our mortality is real, and we have to treat each other better. We have to treat our family better, especially our loved ones and the people we come across day to day. People go wild, crazy on the internet, attacking people. Kobe's being slandered on the internet. People can always find some anger or hate in their heart, but there's more good than bad. So we could overcome that. We just gotta get focused and stick to the script and realize what we have, and what we have is a blessing. That's life. That's this gift to do things for our loved ones, and provide. Even if it's you just providing a smile and a laugh, it can mean the world to somebody. But hopefully, after we say goodbye to him at his service passes and everyone says goodbye to him for good, his legacy will never be forgotten. Legendary player, arguably one of the, top 10, wherever you want to put him on the list. And, arguably the greatest Laker of all time. Magic Johnson called him the greatest Laker of all time. So if Magic going to call him the greatest of all time, that's fine with me. We don't want to forget how we felt yesterday, how we were reminded how much we care about our loved ones. There's people out there who always bless the positivity and say, yeah, thank God for life every day, or think, glad I'm here every day, appreciate it. But most of us don't, and we need to do that more. That was a helicopter full of children, perished, never had a chance in this world. Just starting to get their grips in the world at 13, 14, starting to understand the world a little bit. Boom. And you hit a mountain and now you're gone, it is so hard, man. You see the sports world. A lot of people say the guy shouldn't have played yesterday. It was so much different opinions. But one thing that was for sure was the sports world was hurt. The city of Los Angeles is hurting. And across the country and across the globe, Kobe Bryant was loved in China. I heard Mike Breen telling a story of how Kobe Bryant, some cab driver, recognized Mike Breen from TV. And he asked Mike Breen if Mike Breen personally knows Kobe. And Mike Breen told the cab driver in China, yes, I know Kobe. And the cab driver pulled over and started crying and told him to tell Kobe that he loves him. The cab, is that insane? Mike Breen told that story. Knicks play-by-play and ESPN ABC play-by-play man. Unbelievable story, man. Unbelievable story, man. Icon. Kids shoot the trash into the receptacle. They say Kobe, man. That's a fact. It's a fact. I've criticized Kobe, as a sports guy. We're looking at basketball. You critique people, but I've never questioned his place among the all-time greats. It's a sad day in the sports world, and I can't think of another day close. The Sean Taylor one was tough. For me personally, and I know there's guys older than me, and they talk about Munson, and there's other guys, Clemente suddenly to die like that, but us, for me and the guys and a lot of people younger than me, there's nobody, not in the sports world. I've heard people say this is the biggest loss they've ever had. I'm like, damn, you guys, wow. Like this was a reminder about loss, and it's so sad. He just was giving LeBron props for passing him on that list. Kobe was past the part of life about basketball. He was cool with it. Everything was cool. He wasn't worried about ball. He was on to another chapter of his life. The only reason Kobe came back into basketball because of the passion of his daughter, Gianna, for basketball. And Kobe came back to, culture. And they died going to practice, I believe, at the Mamba Academy. It's surreal, man. It's surreal. You see all these guys, all the emotions from the Trae Youngs. The Damian Lillard had 50 yesterday. He was hurting. He had 50 plus. Young had 45. They did those 24-second shot clock violations for Kobe. They did some 8-second violations for Kobe, man. Kobe deserved it all. And, the last, even with the allegations, I didn't want to really dive into that or bring that up, or the allegations took Kobe to the lowest point of his public figureness, so to speak. And to recover from that, there's always going to be people who have things to say about it because it was part of his story. But the part of that story that is so impressive to me was how he was able to rise from that, from his mistakes in Colorado to becoming a better family man, a better father, a better teammate, you know, more caring individual. Because you realize how they can turn on you. But a lot of people stuck by Kobe's side, and he appreciated that. I believe he appreciated that. He said it. I watched Kobe interviews before this happened. I watched the one with Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles on Knuckleheads, and I hadn't watched the Barnes Steven Jackson one. All the Smoke, I haven't, but I'm gonna watch that probably later. And I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, use this as motivation, you know, to bring you guys more content now that my sound is better, because I had a lot of sound trouble, and so I had to scrap some standard episodes, and that was tough, and it was demoralizing. It made me not want to do any shows or it was just pissing me off, you know. But, you know, Kobe, like Carmelo said, yo, Kobe would have wanted me to play, and that's real shit. And they're gonna use your motivation, Kobe. They're gonna use your motivation, and whatever it takes. If it gets people to do right, you know, that Mamba motivation. That's what it is. Y'all get that hashtag. It's on and popping, and he's already missed. And I was really looking forward to see what he had in store for the world, and, you know, what he had to give back, because Kobe was doing big things. He was doing big things, and, you know, his daughter had a lot to give too, and we're not gonna get it from her. I really thought she was gonna give the NBA, WNBA help with that notoriety, but in 5 or 6 or 7 years from now. But we're not gonna have that chance, because Gianna Bryant passed on with her daddy on that helicopter crash in Calabasas on Sunday morning. Thoughts and prayers to the Bryant family, to his mom and dad, Joe and Pam, to his wife Vanessa, to his children, to his friends, to all his nieces and nephews. Rest in peace, Kobe. Rest in peace, Kobe. You will be missed. Mamba, you're out, but you're not forgotten. Peace from the Standard. I'm gonna see you guys real soon. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever, man. Show Kobe your love, man. We out.